My name is Monzavius Rae Edwards. I go by Rae Edwards because it's easier to say Rae Edwards. I can't even spell Monzavius half the time, let alone people at track meets. So the world knows me by Rae Edwards, but it's actually Monzavius Rae Edwards. I started running track back in my senior year of high school, and I actually won state, which was surprising to me because I was just doing it to get faster. And it was like a snowball effect after that. I won state championship. The following year, I won USA Juniors. I was ranked #1 in the world for 19 and under. The year after that, I signed to go to Texas Tech. 2003, I received my first Nike contract. I went to USA Championships and finished 6th amongst some of the great runners like J.J. Johnson, who's actually my coach. He made the team that year. Tim Montgomery, Bernard Williams, all these guys was like great athletes, and here I was, this college kid that actually was beating them. So it was kind of exciting. After that, I made the Olympic relay team in '04, was sent home before time to go to Athens. '05, I made the team again for, where were we at? Helsinki, Finland. Dropped the stick, so we didn't get a medal then. '06 was kind of like a down year for me. There's no world championships, nothing to run for. '07, I made the Pan American team and got a bronze medal from that one. '08, I got hurt right before Beijing, so that kind of took me out pretty bad. '09, I actually got 3rd place at the USA Championships, bronze medal there, and went on to Berlin to represent the U.S. in the 100-meter dash. So I've had quite a few accomplishments in track and field. Right before I started taking lights on, I didn't even see myself running fast. This year was actually going to be just, a training year, preparation year up until next year, which is the World Championship year. And I started training back in January. I started taking lights on the latter part of March, first weekend of April. And I remember I was at a track meet, Texas Relays, and it was the first time I actually said, I'm going to really try this lights on. So I drunk probably 3 or 4 bottles of it, a couple of packets, and I opened up with the fastest time I've ever opened up in my life. I opened up with 10:05 in April, which is amazing. So I was like, maybe this lights on stuff works. So after that, I've been taking it every single day, every practice, and it's like, I think it's become a part of me now. I can't do anything without it. I can't go to practice without drinking it. I sit at the house and I drink it. Within just the 90 days of me taking it, my speed increased amazingly because I think due to the fact that at practice, I was able to practice harder and, stay mentally focused because of the lights on.
So you were at 10:05 or 10:05?
Before lights on, I was probably at about 10:27. After lights on, I went from 10:05 to 9:07, 9:07, 10:0, 10:0. So it's been exciting. Lights on makes me feel, first of all, makes me feel full, as if I've actually had a meal of some sort. And it doesn't make me feel as if I'm on a caffeine high, as say an energy drink would or a Gatorade would. And you know that it's pretty much working because there's no downfall to it. There's no crash, there's no up and then down. It's like as soon as you start taking it, to me, every time you take it, it just gets better and better for you. I went from America, Dallas, Texas, to Osaka, Japan, from Osaka, Japan to Doha, Qatar, and then from Doha, Qatar to Daegu, Korea, and from Daegu, Korea back to Dallas, Texas in a span of 13 days. Very, 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 very brutal jet lag. I mean, it was the worst I had ever had. When I first came into America, it took me a week just to be able to leave out of the house. And I met with my nutritionist, Skylar Cox, for lunch, and I was literally at the table asleep. And I hadn't had any lights on because I ran out when I was in Qatar. So I was just kind of fresh out. And this was when I knew Lights On actually was working because I ran out of it, so now I had a chance to compare it. So me and Skylar was actually at lunch, and I was just dead. And he happened to have a packet of Lights On, and it was kind of like just glowing because I knew I needed it. So he fixed up a bottle of it, and within about 20 minutes, me and him was having a regular conversation as if I hadn't even had jet lag. And then I went home and did the same thing, and the next day I was back at practice. True story. This past weekend when I was at the Adidas Grand Prix in New York, it was my personal best that I've ran ever at a major meet. I went 10.00 with a legal win. After I got through racing, I was speaking to another good friend of mine who was running in the race later. So I had a packet of Lights On, and I offered it to him, and his name was Trail Kimmons, so he took it, and I was standing beside his coach right when he was getting ready to run, and he had the best 80 meters of 100 meters he had ever had, like ever. He kind of got out of himself on the track side. That's why he didn't win the race, but it was evident that he was winning all the way up until 80 meters. And as soon as he walked off the track before he put clothes on or anything, he was like, Ray, I need some more of that. So I just died laughing. He was like, no, I need that stuff you gave me. I need some more of that. So it was great. Prior to taking Lights On, I have to first say training with Synergy and Joshua Johnson is not ordinary. It's very different from any type of training that I've had with my previous coaches because it is very extensive and it hurts. It hurts. Prior to Lights On, it hurt real bad. But I can honestly say taking Lights On, it allows me to recover a lot quicker and a lot better during practice because he has pretty extensive workouts for us. But when you're trying to become, the world's greatest, workout is going to be hard. So it's always good to have Lights On to help your recovery. Most careers don't start on the downslope until age of 32. The only reason why mine started on the downslope at about 29 was because I was what they kind of call a child phenom. When I was 19, I was running times that athletes of the age of 25 and 26 were running. So, when I was 19, I was running 10-12, 10-13, 10-14, and that was 10 years ago, and today that still wins races. So it was kind of like I almost peaked out at an early age, if you will. My track career, even though I'm 29, in track and field, I'm old because I started so early. So in my career, definitely I was starting to hit on the downslope. But after, getting with Joshua Johnson and Skylar Cox, and I feel like the Lights On it did exactly what the name was. Like, it turned all my lights on. And this has been the best season